Hey there, YouTube. Trying out something new today. I've noticed in most of my videos that whenever I put up gameplay footage, either the audio or the video comes out wrong. So to try and fix that, I just bought myself a new device, you could call it that. It's called the K-World Cyberlink DVD Maker USB 2.0. Basically what it is, it's a device that allows me to connect anything that has a audio video cable. It transfers that into a USB, and so I can connect it to the computer. I've already tried out with old camera footage from I have, because I do have a good camera, but it's really old and I couldn't transfer that image to the computer. So hopefully with this I'll be able to fix on whenever I put a video up, fix the audio that doesn't sound right, and put better gameplay video. What I'm going to try to do now is start up using that cable some video with the following game. Okay, so the game I've decided to use for this test is one of my personal favorites on the Super Nintendo, and that game is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Wow, what can be said about this game? I think I mentioned in another video that as a kid I couldn't really buy my games. I had to rent them, which was really hard because, you know, you really get into a game, especially an RPG, and I only had the weekend to try and beat it. After I got out of school on Friday, I went to the video store, I rented whatever game I could, and I tried to beat it as fast as I can during the weekend. When I rented this game, I was blown away by how good it was. I knew it was going to be good because it was a collaboration between Nintendo and Square, and they made just incredible games. And before this, you know, when Super Mario World came out, I was just blown away by how the jump from the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo was incredible. And then I remember playing Donkey Kong Country, which was just a beautiful game, I thought, for the Super. Then came Star Fox, which developed 3D graphics, and Killer Instinct. I mean, all these games pushed the boundaries, at least I thought so, on what the Super could do. So when I saw this game, I was just blown away by how incredible it looked. And it played like a dream. I mean, it had RPG elements. It had, but it combined them in action points in some way that it was just really, really fun to play. Whenever you attack someone, if you timed it right, you can hit them. They introduced these new characters. I still hoped one day that Nintendo and Square can do a sequel to this game. They did games like Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario series, but I don't know, I miss Milo and Gino. They're just characters that they introduced, and I really like them. In fact, Gino and Milo were usually on my team. I think I only changed them for the final battle because I needed Princess Peach. So I changed Mallow for Princess Peach, but I always carried them on my party. So yeah, it's just an incredible game. I actually didn't beat this on the Super when I rented it. The sad story about that is that, like I said, I only had the weekend to beat them, so I rented the game. I beat the Power Ranger Toadies, whatever they were, and I beat Smithy the Sword, I think. And I was gonna get as far as the factory, but it was Sunday night. The video store was gonna close in half an hour. I knew I wasn't gonna beat it, and there's no point in renting it if I wasn't gonna be able to play it on Monday. So I gave the game back. The next weekend I went to look for it. They didn't have it. The weekend after that they had it, but they erased all my save file, so there was no way for me to start all over again. I tried and I got far again, but again I had to give it back, and that was one of my bigger gaming disappointments, that I could never beat Super Mario RPG. Eventually the game came out on the Virtual Console, so I beat it there. So I finally slayed that demon, and a few months after that, the same video store where I rented it originally was closing down, and they had this huge closing out sale. They got rid of all their movies. What interested me, of course, was the video games. Right then and there I bought as many video games as I could, and among them, I don't know if it's the same copy, but among them was this copy of Super Mario RPG that I'm. So yeah, just playing this game brings back so many memories. On how the very first level you go up and you beat Bowser, and then the sword comes from the sky, and when you first meet Malo and he thinks he's a frog, but he's actually the prince of the cloud world. There's a monkey that looks like Donkey Kong. Let's beat up Donkey Kong. Wow, and then they had the thing that Bowser teams up with Mario to try to beat up a common enemy. I mean, it's just an incredible game, and like I said, hopefully with this new device that I bought, I'll be able to put up even better gameplay video. Okay, so I think I'll be signing out now. Bye, guys.